Now, when it comes to anime, OG Naruto, already top tier, okay? But Naruto Shippuden, it's even better. It's even better. And if you don't believe me, just wait. Let me cook, okay? Let me cook. So the anime opens up with Naruto returning to the Hidden Leaf after training with Jiraiya for 2.5 years, where he meets back up with Sakura and Kakashi. But for old time's sake, Kakashi makes him do another bell test. And hot damn it, their training did something, because they both got a bell. Like, dude, like even Sakura finally did something. Now, while good things are happening in the Leaf Village, the Akatsuki pull up on Gaara. And while Gaara was really putting the work on them, sadly, he ends up losing the fight. But shortly after, Kankuro and Temari pull up, with Temari saving the civilians while Kankuro tries hawking down the Akatsuki. And when he finally catches up to them, he boxes with Sasori, who ends up poisoning him, but they decide not to finish him and they just dip out of there. But the Leaf Village managed to get there in time to put him in the hospital. And when Kankuro gives him the rundown, hot damn it, they are not playing, because they send Team 7, Temari, and all of Team Guy after them, brother. I mean, God, they really want this smoke, because goddamn, that's a little overkill. Oh, wait, also, side note, they're also on a time limit here, because the Akatsuki are taking the demon monster out of Gaara for more power! So they make an antidote for Kankuro, and for some reason, this old lady is basically subbing in for Temari, I guess. So, there's that. And boom! They're on the move now. And when they get there, plot twist! Gaara actually dies. Which, wow. Brother, wow, I was not expecting them to actually off him. But, wow, okay. In any case, they end up storming the hideout where Sasori throws hands with Sakura and the old lady, while Kakashi and Naruto head after his partner, Deidara. And sadly, after a good, juicy squabble, the old lady eventually dies after beating Sasori. And, oh my god, that's so sad. Naruto and Kakashi somehow managed to get Gaara back, but Deidara throws like a temper tantrum and just nukes himself. But Kakashi ends up absorbing it with his Sharingan. And, okay, so the old lady is actually alive, I guess, but she gives up the rest of her life with a reanimation jutsu to save Gaara. Word? Okay. Sick. We love that. We love that. Good job, old lady. And so everyone goes back. Right. But wabam! Deidara is actually alive, but with a new partner named Toby. So you should be on the lookout for these two, okay? Okay. Now back at the Leaf, Sakura and Naruto get a new partner named Sai, who's he's just there. He's nothing really special about him. He's just there. And temporarily get a new leader named Yamato. So they head off to get Sasori's spy, and when they try disguising themselves to meet the spy, Orochimaru and Kabuto pull up and start rage baiting Naruto so badly that his demon form starts to take over his body. But before Naruto can slam everyone in the area, Yamato uses his wood-style jutsu to restrain him. And while that's happening, Orochimaru and Kabuto try dipping out of there, but Yamato tracks them down. So when they find their hideout, they split up to look around the place when Side finds Sauske, of all people, which obviously did not end well for Side. No, not at all. And when the rest of the squad meets up with them, Team 7, after 2.5 years, finally reunites. For like 2 seconds, and then Sauske just bodies them and ends up dipping. Now, because they got bodied so hard, Naruto starts training again to maybe have a chance against Sauske. Meanwhile, in the Land of Fire, we meet 2 other Akatsuki members. With Kakazu, he kinda has like 9 lives or something. I don't know. But Hidan, this dude is literally immortal, okay? And his jutsu is like, if he hurts himself, it also hurts you. So with the Leaf finding out about them, they send Team 10 after them. But sadly, after their fight, their leader, Asuma, ends up dying. With reinforcements coming right after this, Hidan and Kakazu dip out of there, which has Shikamaru plotting, brother. He's he is going deep in his bag. He's about to fry these bozos. So with Kakashi tagging along, they sneak Hidan and Kagezu, with Shikamaru eventually trapping Hidan and blowing his ass up into pieces in a hole. Now, back to Kagezu, who's boxing with Kakashi, when out of nowhere, Naruto comes in, and with his new jutsu called Rasen Shuriken, which it completely annihilates Kagezu. And boom, that's 3 Akatsuki members gone. Now at the same time, we cut to Orochimaru, who's dying of an illness and needs to find a new host body. So Sasuke is like, this is barbecue chicken. And then offs Orochimaru. And then goes off to find his own squad of followers to go after Itachi. While looking for Itachi, Datara from the shadows tries jumping them. And after a long battle, Sasuke ends up beating him. But for real this time, Datara literally nukes himself with his final explosion that Sasuke barely avoids. But hot damn it, news spreads fast because the Leaf sends Team 8 and Team 7 after Sasuke when Naruto runs into Itachi, of all people, and he tries fighting him. He really does. But he just gets babied. And Itachi puts a crow inside of him. I'm not sure what that is, but he said it was like a gift or something along those lines. So, that happened. Anyway, while those squads are looking for Sasuke, Jiraiya goes off to the Hidden Rain Village to see if there's any leads on the Akatsuki members. When he ends up finding one of the members, Konan, who is a student from way back in the day, and starts boxing with her. But before he can escape, he runs into Pain, who was also one of his students back in the day, turned Akatsuki member. And sadly, since Pain actually turned out to be 6 different people, Jiraiya ends up dying. Because buddy is boxing 6 people at the same time. Or 7, if you want to include Konan. So I mean, Jiraiya was boxing with 6, 7 people. Okay, but Jiraiya, I don't blame you, brother. Okay, literally nothing you could really do there. But before he kicks the bucket, he leaves a message for the Leaf. So at least he didn't die for no reason, right? Right? We love that. Good job. Good job, Jiraiya. Good job. Now, later on, Sasuke eventually tracks down Itachi, but runs into Kisame, who lets Sasuke go, but the rest of the squad gotta stay back, because, around these parts, we respect them ones, okay? So Sasuke and Itachi finally run it back. And again, this is one of those fights you should probably watch after the video, since it's just like a fight, Right. Eventually, Sasuke hits this man with a goddamn lightning dragon, but Itachi whips out a Susanoo, which is like the ultimate jutsu that the Sharingan can do. Or at least to my knowledge, it is. Don't quote me on that. But not too long after that, Itachi ends up passing away, but gifting Sasuke his powers before he's gone. Which then Sasuke also passes out. When Tobi, of all people, saves Sasuke, telling him the truth about Itachi, who was actually protecting the Leaf, which pisses off Sasuke so much that he unlocks a new Sharingan and joins the Akatsuki himself, where he's then sent after one of the last 2 people on their list, since remember Gaara lost his demon monster thing, and Naruto is off doing whatever he's doing. Now, Sasuke pulls up on a target named Killer Bee, which after literally barely being able to beat him, even with the help from his squad, it turns out that the one they actually beat was one of Killer Bee's clones. Meanwhile, when Naruto gets back to the Leaf, he finds out about Jiraiya, which makes him super depressed. But he ends up getting over it and starts going to train where Jiraiya learned to be the Toad Sage. But since Naruto is gone, now Pain runs up on the Leaf Village, just bodying everyone in sight until he runs into Kakashi, who starts boxing with Pain. But sadly, Pain ends up offing Kakashi, and in turn, erasing the entire village. And when everything looks all said and done, Naruto appears after learning Toad Sage Jutsu and then beats 5 out of the 6 pains, which can we what are we doing? I know Naruto is the main character and all, but brother, Jiraiya could barely beat 2 of them, and you're telling me that Naruto pulls up and beats 5 of them off rip? Like, really? What, are we dead ass right now? Really? You know what? Okay, whatever. Just a me thing. It's just a me thing. So, back to the show. Now, Naruto is fighting the 6th pain, but ends up getting pinned down when Hinata, which is the girl who's in love with him, I didn't really mention that throughout any of this, but she's in love with him, tries stopping pain, but just gets squashed. And that's when Naruto loses his cool and goes full demon mode, running it with pain. Eventually, Naruto tries letting out the full 9 tails, but like the ghost of his father, or whatever this is, stops him. And now he's back to normal. And just hits him with the Rasengan. And boom! Pow! Pain is done. But he figures out that pain was just bodies being controlled by Jiraiya's last student. And literally does another, hey, you're being mean. And bam! He sacrifices himself to bring back everyone he killed. Even Kakashi, which... My goat. I thought you were gone. So Naruto returns to the Leaf Village as a hero, but with Tsunade in a coma because she was literally out here carrying everyone with the healing duty. We meet the substitute Hokage, Danzo, who, plot twist, we find out was the one who forced Itachi to off his whole clan and other villain stuff. I'm not gonna explain everything he does, but he does a lot. Okay, he does a lot. And so Sasuke hears this, and when it's announced that the 5 Kage are all summoned in one place, yeah, of course Buddy is bolting straight there. And when he gets there, Buddy was ready to run it with everyone in sight. Like, brother, he fought all the Kages by himself, but he got kind of cooked. He got cooked. But luckily for him, Toby pulls up and declares war on the entire world. Which, by the way, like, he does not have an army. It's just him and 2 dudes versus the entire world. And literally tells him his entire plan because he says he's gonna win regardless. Which, ooh-wee! That is hard. That was hard. Afterwards, Toby ends up taking Sasuke to Danzo, who Sasuke ends up bullying. But again, Sasuke's opponent ends up nuking himself, except this time it does nothing. But that's when Sakura appears and tries sneaking Sasuke, but thank God Kakashi was there, because she would have been cooked without him. So they start boxing, and Sakura tries helping Kakashi, only to almost die again, but being saved by Naruto this time. And while Sasuke still wants to duke it out with them, Toby makes them leave for now. When we find out Sasuke is pretty much blind at this point and is getting his eyes switched out for Itachi's, which is, that's kind of gross. But to be fair, he gets like a permanent upgrade instead of the borrowed power he had from Itachi. So I mean, like, he's not just doing it for no reason. Now, back at the Leaf with impeccable timing, Tsunade wakes up from her coma and is immediately back to work, where she sends Naruto and Killer Bee to train, and also to keep them away from Toby, since that's still the main goal of their plan, with Yamato and Might Guy tagging along. And when they get there, Naruto basically does, the whole I need to find inner peace thing, and ends up meeting his ghost mother, and boom, he has a new form. When from the shadows, Kisame pulls up, but he realizes even he does not have a chance against all 4 of these dudes. So he tries skedaddling out of there, but is tracked down by Might Guy, and before this man can be taken prisoner, he offs himself, but sends information as he dies. Now, Toby pulls up to the Rain Village looking for Pain's corpse so he can steal his powers, when he finds Konan, who is not happy to see him. and starts boxing with him, eventually trapping Toby in a giant pit of explosives. Yeah, Toby somehow survived 1,000,000 goddamn bombs and pulled up like Michael Myers to off Conan, and eventually finding Pain's body. Now, later on, we find out Kabuto learns the reanimation jutsu, which lets you revive the dead, and they're forced to do your bidding. So he reanimates Deidara and sends him to where Killer Bee and Naruto are, yoinking Yamato in the process, and then using his powers to create an army of clones of the other Akatsuki member who can shapeshift. So of course, Kabuto sends him to haul ass across the world and reanimating other dead ninja in the process, which has the rest of the world absolutely panicking. And it got to a point where the literal whole world had to team up to stop Toby. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event. Yes, that's right. The fourth great ninja war has finally begun. But soon after, both Naruto and Killer Bee then escape the island when they run into Tsunade and the Kage. But Naruto and Bee eventually slip by for now, but they run into Pain and Itachi. Remember that bird from way back when? Apparently it just lets Itachi break the rules of the jutsu, and now he has free will, so he seals Pain and then heads off to box with Kabuto. But while that's happening, Madara goddamn Uchiha is reanimated. And brother, this dude is easily the best character in the show. But anyways, Madara appears and immediately bodies the allied ninja forces, then drops 2 meteors on them, getting all of the Kage to finally show up, and they try boxing with him. But Madara just wipes all of them out like little children. But while Madara is wreaking havoc all over the goddamn place, Naruto and Bee fight the Rihanna people with monsters inside them, as well as Sasuke finally having fully healed eyes, where he meets up with Itachi and then they jump Kabuto, forcing him to undo the reanimation jutsu, in which every reanimated person ends up going back. Except for goddamn Madara, because he's literally that guy and does whatever the hell he wants. And at the same time, Sasuke ends up reviving Orochimaru, who is kinda a good guy now, I guess. So now Naruto tries duking it out with Toby, only to reveal that Toby is actually a person named Obito Uchiha, who is Kakashi's childhood friend turned villain after Kakashi accidentally offed his crush. Now, Madara pulls up after bodying the Kage and does a jutsu to summon an artificial monster that they created using the other demons called the Ten Tails. At the same time, Sasuke revives the past Hokage with Orochimaru, where Sasuke decides that he also wants to be a good guy. I guess, I don't know, man. Kind of seems a little too late for that, Sasuke, but you do you, okay? And now, with Sasuke getting there, the former Hokage and Team 7 are all now back together, and Kakashi decides to run a one-on-one with Obito, and this is another fight you guys should probably watch after this video. But Kakashi eventually ends up losing, where Obito teleports back to the battle and absorbs the Ten Tails power, where he tries creating a tree for his master plan, but is stopped by Naruto and Sasuke, where Naruto tells him once again that he's being a really mean guy, and then Obito turns into a good guy, trying to undo everything he's done. But when the shapeshifter from before comes in and stops him, he gives all of that power to Madara goddamn Uchiha. As if the man wasn't strong enough before, you just had to make this man a literal god instead. And guess what this man does after this? And I kid you not, he single-handedly slaughters everyone left. Like they full on die. Like they are dead. They're dead. However, of course, it is an anime, so they end up surviving. And now they also basically become like their own mini gods. But while that's happening, my guy runs a one-on-one with God Mode Madara and almost wins. And so he ends up almost dying after using his final finishing move. But Madara survives and goes after Kakashi's Sharingan, where he then uses it to teleport to Obito and takes one of his eyes to finally complete his set, where he unveils the final plan of the infinite Tsukuyomi, which is literally just putting the whole world in their dream world, creating world peace. Which, not gonna lie, after rewatching this, that's not that bad, actually. I don't see the real issue with this outcome. But hey, Naruto knows what they're doing. Okay, so they got this. So now the only people left to fight Madara is Team 7. But God. Plot twist, the shapeshifter guy stabs him in the back and then uses his power to, and I'm not joking about this, revive a dead alien that was sealed away years ago, even though not a single goddamn word of this was said throughout the entire series. And you just throw away Madara. You know what? I need to relax. Okay. I need to relax. Naruto, they know what they're doing. Okay? they know what they're doing. So Team 7 fights the final boss, and after a long battle, and Obito sacrificing himself, Team 7 finally seals off the alien for good. So now Sasuke and Naruto go to undo the Tsukuyomi, when plot twist, Sasuke goes all edgelord mode again and doesn't want to do it. So they settle on a one-on-one to decide the world's fate. Back to where they fought for the very first time. And again, if you thought the original battle was fire, brother, you need to watch this one by itself, because this one, not gonna lie, is so much better. Or at least in my opinion. And after a while, they end up with their final moves once again, but instead, this time, it ends in a draw. Afterwards, Naruto tells Sasuke that he's being a meanie pants, and boom! Sasuke is good again! So they undo the Tsukuyomi, and to sum it all up, after everything's back to normal, Kakashi becomes Hokage, Sasuke gets thrown in prison for a bit, but since Kakashi's Hokage, he just sends him off to repent for his sins or something. I don't know. But Naruto and him make up, and then he gives him his headband back, so now officially Sasuke is a part of the Leaf again. And also Naruto and Hinata get married. And boom! Naruto Shippuden! Now, if you missed part 1, you should probably, I don't know why you're here, but you should probably go watch that. And if you don't want to watch that, hot damn it, you can watch One Piece, where I watched all of One Piece, so you don't have to. So, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.